very good evening to you tuned in to UBC TV. Welcome to UBC News Tonight, the 8th of June 2021, Tuesday. My name is Micheal Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakoni. We'll open up with a look at the top stories. Kampala arcades are in compliance to the SOPs increase. Countdown on upcountry travel lockdown travelers still stranded at bus terminals. Egypt to begin locally manufacturing China's Sinovac vaccine, while team to play Bafana Bafana in a friendly on the 10th of June. Welcome aboard. It's UBC News Tonight, and we'll start right away with President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who has proposed an extra slot for a state minister in his new government, an idea that was overwhelmingly supported by the NRM Parliamentary Caucus sitting at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds. The NRM Parliamentary Caucus unanimously approved the proposal by President Museveni to broaden the cabinet from 79 to 80 ministers. The president, who is also the national chairman of the NRM, was meeting the members of the NRM caucus at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds. He highly commended them for their solidarity during the recent election of the Speaker of Parliament and Deputy. He congratulated the NRM members of Parliament upon being elected to the August House. The MPs were starting the process of expressing their interest in the parliamentary committees to serve in Parliament. The president informed the legislators that the idea of moving
Director of Finance and Administration, the party, and here you are at the apex.
My idea that I maintain the same lineup, but plus one Minister of Stateship. Those in favor say aye. Aye. The ones against say no.
I want to introduce
UBC News Tonight. Business people operating in arcades and shopping malls downtown Kampala want government to intensively send messages of prevention of COVID-19 for tenants and clients to comply with SOPs. The chairman, Kampala Arcades Traders Association, Katongole Godfrey, says that the compliance follows awareness on coronavirus.
People operating businesses downtown Kampala are slowly being conscious about the existence of the killer coronavirus, which is spreading fast in Kampala and surrounding districts. Members of Kampala Arcades Traders Association attribute this to the presidential address over the weekend, the current statistics on cases of COVID-19 and the general situation with big numbers of people getting flu and cough. Unlike previous months where there was laxity on washing hands by clients entering arcades, people have started utilizing the available washing facilities.
I think people have come to understand that the virus is real. They are not joking. Sometime back they would just bypass without washing hands. But I think now people have realized that the thing is serious and they are taking the issues very, very serious.
Some shops have temperature guns to measure temperature of clients with security at the gate monitoring hand washing. Mukwana Arcade is compliant as security guards enforce standard operating procedures at the entrance. Every shop attendant has improvised what they have to ensure clients wash hands. We witnessed mineral water bottles with water and liquid soap at entrances of shops. Some attendants say they cannot afford hand sanitizers.
We have improved since right from the advice of the president. We have improved. That's why, sometime back I didn't want to put on the mask, but now I have to keep it on every day. Even some other people are putting it on every day.
Shop attendants observed social distance, although boundaries between buyers and sellers are skipped by clients.
We try at least a minimum of a meter, because shops are not very big, but I think with a meter and a mask on, we are safe.
The Deputy IGP, Major General Paul Okech, emphasizes personal responsibility in observing SOPs.
Right? And not leave the responsibility to police alone. This should be a shared responsibility. Fighting the spread of COVID should be a shared responsibility between the security organizations and the public.
The president, during his address on Sunday, did not close arcades and shopping malls, but urged them to observe SOPs to reduce the spread of COVID-19. I'm Navka Farida and Stephen Kalisia in Kampala.
Uganda Police Force is intending to set up surveillance coordination to combat crime, while giving an update on the 1st June 2021 assassination attempt on General Edward Katumba Wamala, in which his daughter and driver were killed. The Deputy IGP Paul Okech referred to it as an eye-opener.
After 7 days of a failed assassination attempt on Works and Transport Minister General Katumba Wamala, Uganda Police has given an update.
I had time to walk from the scene of crime to the residence of General Katumba. It is 4.1 kilometers from the scene of crime. It was 4.1 kilometers. Not even a single camera was on that road. So you can see the gaps.
The Deputy IGP Paul Okech has conceded that the assassination attempt on former Works and Transport Minister General Katumba Wamala in Kisasi was as a result of loopholes in surveillance and coordination to combat crime.
It's not true that these are very sophisticated professional killers. It's not. Because I was also looking at their weaknesses on the food. I was just also looking at the weaknesses that they also had. And I was only crying, I wish I was a foot soldier there. This thug would have not got away.
Police say though the incident was avoidable, police response couldn't match that of the assailants.
There had also been some delay with the people manning the CCTVs. At times you don't get some of my words, it is only yours. When I talk about real-time intelligence, that means I am talking about spot time, real-time intelligence. I'm reporting that I am seeing my friend Mr. Suleiman now, this is happening. That's what it means by real-time intelligence. There were some labs that people were sleeping in that CCTV room. They should be the first people to alert.
Okech asserts that the communication gap among different police blocks and other security agencies will be investigated and sorted for all.
If there was quick response from the police force, we would have caught up with the criminals. Our teams of the foot patrols, motorcycle squads, and the 99 patrols were not alert. This is a fact. Why? Gap in communication. As much as the CCTV would give us, or our cameras would give us real-time intelligence, there is need for that coordination between real-time intelligence and the people who are supposed to act and execute.
However, police assures the public that the search for the assailants is on course.
I was on the ground myself on that day, and I observed the following. One, there are still gaps within the CCTV cameras. A lot of gaps. The coverage is still low. I also observed that there was lack of timely communication between the CCTV and the response team on the ground. And that can only be covered by very robust communication systems. Thirdly, I also observed that there was lack of VVIP cameras to the command center. Apart from these other cameras which we have, there should have been other cameras on those vehicles that would be sending instant signals to the command centers.
On 1st June 2021, there was an attempted assassination on Minister for Works and Transport, also member of the High Command, General Katumba Wamala, in which his daughter and driver were killed, leaving many questions unanswered.
It's only unfortunate you don't want to embark on writing the good things. You are looking only for the negatives. It didn't take us time. We got the culprits. You remember, after the election cycle, they were throwing of bombs, petrol bombs. I would like to authoritatively tell you that all those culprits have been arrested and we are taking them to court martial. It is not true that we are not doing anything.
Robert Onyango, UBC News, Nakuru, Kampala.
Legislators have expressed mixed reactions over the proposal by President Yoweri Museveni to increase the size of cabinet from 79 to 80. President Museveni yesterday during the NRM caucus meeting said he needs to add one more minister of the state on the available slot.
President Yoweri Museveni on Monday received support from his ruling National Resistance Movement Party, where members from NRM supported him to increase the size of cabinet to 80 ministers. Museveni tabled the motion before the NRM caucus at Kololo Independence Grounds in Kampala, asking to add one more slot on the current cabinet lineup.
I want to maintain more or less the same numbers, but with one additional minister of state from the present numbers, the ones we have now. Because the numbers we have now are total of 79, if you include the ministers of state. So I intend to propose that I add one minister of state to the present lineup.
The motion was overwhelmingly backed by the MPs.
Those in favor say aye. The ones against say no. Or the very weak, no, the ayes have it.
The last cabinet was made of 29 cabinet ministers and 50 ministers of state, which the president has proposed to increase to 51, while retaining the rest of the lineup, bringing the total number of ministers to 80. To some legislators, the taxpayers have to further dig into pockets to sustain the highly paid and the facilitated ministers, something not good to our economy.
Kenya has 20 ministers, Tanzania has 19 ministers, Burundi, one of the poorest countries in this region, has 18. Even Rwanda has, I think, 23. What's the use of 83 ministers? I can tell you we have been here for the last 5 years. Some of them, I don't know them.
Right now, the country is struggling with COVID. Our health sector is staggering. The education sector is staggering. Even the security of Ugandans is not good. So we need to find ways of allocating resources to these critical sectors. Having a bloated cabinet is not the answer to Uganda's solutions, to Uganda's problems.
So this notion that the president is saying that by appointing people, services will move faster. The biggest question should be to him, that tell me what service was delayed because there was no minister.
But some have supported the idea.
Creating one minister of state, as the NRM Parliamentary Caucus agreed yesterday, is not a big deal, because Ugandans, I want to allay the fears of Ugandans that when they create one position of the minister of state, will take the entire budget of this country. That one is not true.
Adding one, I think it's not too bad. I was worried that he would add 5 or 10, but I think let us see the one. Maybe there is a ministerial position which he is introducing, so we get to know how it will help us. But I think he should stop now increasing the number of ministers.
A group of 32 National Unity Platform supporters are being paraded in the General Court-Martial in Machindia and charged with unlawful possession of fire ammunition. The accused, who pleaded not guilty to the alleged offense, were remanded to Chitalia and Chigo government prisons until the 22nd of June.
The General Court-Martial before Lieutenant General Andrew Gutiérrez Tuesday afternoon paraded over 30 fresh National Unity Platform supporters in courts of law The accused in court were slapped with counts of unlawful possession of fire ammunitions. However, they pleaded not guilty.
Seguja Rashid, also known as Chairman, Secretary Yasin, also known as Machete, between November 2020 and the 12th day of May 2021 in diverse areas of Jinja, Mbale, Kireka, Nakulabye, Kawempe, Katete, Kampala Central were in possession of 13 pieces of explosive devices, which are ammunition ordinarily the monopoly of the defense forces.
The accused did not have their lawyers, were asked whether they were okay to be represented by the government lawyer. However, some accused preferred to be represented by their lawyers Wamini Anthony, Medad Lubega Segona, Benjamin Katana, and Shamim Malende. Prosecution led by Major Samuel Masereji, after charge, informed court that inquiries are still ongoing. On this, requested court for more time, which court granted.
We pray for a shorter judgment of up to the 22nd of June 2021 formation. My Lord, we pray that the male accused person be remanded to Italian prison and the lady Olivia retired be remanded to Chico prison.
Following the absence of their lawyers, the accused were further remanded to Chiga and Kitaria government prisons until 22nd June 2021. Prosecution alleges that in November 2020 and on 12th May 2021, the 32 accused persons and others still at large were found in unlawful possession of fire ammunitions, a monopoly of the Uganda People's Defense Forces. These include Sechitoleko Yasin Alais Machete, Tugumayo Ronald, Kakoza Nordin, Seguja Rashid, Nyombi Richard, Kalanzi Shafiq, Lutayo Olivia, Chiwanuka Musa, Kato Emma, among others. Although a disabled for Elias Eddie Mutu and 16 others were meant to appear in court today for bail. However, they were nowhere to be seen in court, neither their lawyers. Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
Has appealed to the public to adhere to the guidelines issued by the president in the fight against COVID-19. Buganda Kingdom Katikiro Charles Peter Maiga said this while launching the second season of a Mwanyi Terimba campaign for the year 2021 at Bulange Mengo. Andrew Sebida has the report in detail.
The president last week announced a second lockdown due to the surge of COVID-19 cases. The Katikiro of Buganda Kingdom, Charles Peter Maiga, is advising the public to respect the new guidelines to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
We want everybody to take it very seriously, especially now when this new wave is affecting young people, which wasn't the case before.
The Katikiro was speaking at the launch of the second season of Mwanyi Terimba for the year 2021.
We've got extension workers. We trained 30 extension workers and a partnership with the private sector foundation skills development facility. And these are going to train other extension workers. The target is 630 extension workers within Buganda.
Despite the occurrence of COVID-19, Buganda is planning to start buying coffee directly from farmers at a standard price.
We're also setting up a database of all the farmers in Buganda to ensure that we get to understand the number of people we are dealing with, we are talking about, so that we plan better. You plan when you have the statistics.
Over 10 million coffee seedlings have been distributed in 16 Buganda counties since 2016 when a Mwanyi Terimba campaign was launched. Sebira Andrew compiled this report.
Andrew Sebira's report brings us at the point where we take a very short break. Don't miss what we have. Keep it UBC TV.
Today in history.
Today marks 1 year since Burundi's president Pierre Nkurunziza passed on. Pierre Nkurunziza died on 8th June at the age of 57. whose death, according to the post-mortem report, was caused by a heart attack. He was born on 18th December 1964 and served as the 9th president of Burundi for almost 15 years, from August 2005 until his death in June 2020. A member of the Hutu ethnic group, Nkurunziza taught physical education before becoming involved in politics during the Burundian Civil War. He later became a leader of the CNDD-FDD political party in 2000, through which at the end of the Civil War was elected president and held the post controversially for 3 terms, making him the longest ruling president in Burundi.
We've cut and reduced our MTN Momo withdrawal rates. Now you can withdraw mobile money at the lowest rates. You also get MTN Central Points when you deposit, send, and withdraw MTN mobile money. Visit our Momo agents countrywide and withdraw mobile money at our reduced rates from 1st May 2021. Everywhere you go. MTN.
Mukazanyo ka chess kisoboka ebitono okufuuka ebinene. Kyekimu wano na wano. Tunula nkaliriza buli lutambula. Wandiika buli namba osobole okweteekateeka obulungi. Nga tofuddeeyo ku bunene bwa kirooto kyo. Manya nti abawanguzi b'enkya be bakuuma ebitabo byabwe nga biyonjo. Yanjula kati ennyingiza yo n'enfulumya.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
Prosper with Airtel Money today. Become an Airtel Money agent. Apply or register today as an Airtel Money agent free of charge, or call us on 0800 327 327 toll free. Submit your business documents to be verified by Airtel Uganda free of charge. Feedback will be communicated within a maximum of 5 working days. The Airtel team will be in touch with you for the next business steps, still at no cost. Inquiries, applications or registrations and verification are all free of charge. To register or know more, call us today on 0800 327 327 toll free. Airtel, the smartphone network.
In efforts to improve quality assurance and Uganda's competitiveness as a tourist destination, Uganda Tourism Board is set to undertake a nationwide grading and classification exercise of hotel and accommodation facilities. As a member of the East African community, Uganda subscribes to the East African Grading and Classification Criteria, a system denoted by stars ranging from 1 to 5. The grading and classification exercise will be crowned by the awarding of star ratings to facilities found compliant to the EAC minimum standards. This is therefore a call to all accommodation and facility owners and managers to register and get licensed by UTB as a requirement and get ready for participation. For more information, visit www.utb.go.ug or email qualityassurance@utb.go.ug for details. Uganda Tourism Board, promoting tourism together.
Thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. The Member of Parliament for Buhendera County in Bundibugyo District, Acrobat Kiza, wants farmers to put much emphasis on agriculture as the only alternative to get out of poverty. Kiza also stressed the need to fix and improve feeder roads that will ease accessibility to markets.
Bundibugyo residents in Rwenzori region depend on coffee, cocoa, vanilla and matoke, from which they earn a living.
We have the favorable climate,
We have the fertile soils. So I want to encourage the locals to go commercial agriculture, coffee Arabic, Robusta, coffee, hash avocado, vanilla. I want also to encourage people to grow cowpeas.
Political leaders in the Bundibugyo district have visited lead farmers in villages of Umata and Bumira to assess how they can assist other farmers. Buhengera County Member of Parliament Acrobat Chiza Moses encouraged the farmers to put more effort in agriculture.
I will assure that I lobby line ministries, especially Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, to ensure that our people are given seedlings to go commercial agriculture. I will ensure that our people get the non-SDAs, the non-Muslims, if government can donate pigs and we go piggery.
Farming is something which is full-time. You have to give it the attention it deserves. You must love it, and then it will reward you. This is what I have seen here. And this Mr. Mate has been in farming since 1994.
Mate Alicia Kajumba, a lead farmer, deals in vanilla and avocado, and Dr. Bukombi Godfrey, who has 6 acres of vanilla, which they have sustained with challenges.
I also want government to help me by assisting me with the security. Security is very, very important for this farm because I'm experiencing a lot of thefts from the neighbors and other areas, and that one discourages me a lot. In December, I'm going to sell a lot of fruits to Misuvi in Mayuge. So please, I appeal for government intervention so that this HAS project expands to everyone in the district and in the region so that people can get out of poverty.
Nevertheless, poor feeder loads in the area remain a major challenge that hinders farmers to access markets to sell their produce.
We need the feeder roads, should have maram, should always be maintained so that there is a market, ready market for the agriculture produce. Now that we have power, umeme, extended to Bundibugyo, we need it under rural electrification. We need it to be extended to Buganda because much of the areas, much of our towns in Buganda are not yet connected.
Nelson Yakatulira compiled the report.
We thank you so much for watching. It's UBC News Tonight. In terms of this edition, we'll end here. Let's leave you with the weather forecast report and get back to you at 10 p.m. My name is Micheal Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakoni. Bye-bye for now.
Light reduction in the amount of rainfall received lately. Those other places are still having light showers. Kutesa Mil with today's forecast. This is due to the ridging over the tip of South Africa that has pushed the rain belt far north of our country and the west. That's why some parts of the northwestern of our country are having slight rainfall. Tomorrow morning, though, we expect to have sunny conditions across most parts of our country. Afternoon hour, though, we expect to have light showers in northwestern part of our country, but the rest of the country is expected to have sunny intervals. Temperature to rise up to 32 degrees Celsius across Gulu and Chitugum, Kalamoja regions with 31 degrees Celsius, across Jinja 29 in our capital city Kampala with 28 degrees Celsius.